Okay, guys, here we go. Ladies.
Roll playback.
We can bridge the distance, only we can make the difference. Don't you know that tears are not enough? If we can pull together, we can change the world forever. Heaven knows that tears are not enough. We can bridge the distance, only we can make the difference. Don't you know that tears are not enough? If we can pull together, we can change the world forever. Heaven knows that tears are not enough.
It's been the strangest day I've had in a long time. It's so strange to see all these, personalities, people from, every style of music. I mean, it's so strange. There's no way something like this could have ever worked unless it was for this reason, because, where else would you see, like, Neil Young, Joni Mitchell, and myself, and Anne Murray, and on and on and on, all singing the same kind of song. It's very unusual.
That was unbelievable.
And having all those people sing ensemble, and everybody's a lead singer, so it's quite a different thing to have everyone singing ensemble. So it's like 50 lead singers singing, pretending they're a chorus. That's really interesting.
One more. We take, right? I don't know.
Jim's got an idea.
What?
If we take a stand.
Let me hear it again. Until now, was I batting 100? And now it's like 99, right?
Unreal to see all 50 standing there. When you see the finished product, you'll know what I mean. There's a very, very strong Canadian identity to this. I don't know, it was very magical when we all started singing. There's this, everyone is very atypically themselves on this record, and the voices are instantly identifiable, and it's a very, very beautiful patchwork quilt of 20 years of Canadian musical history, and brought together beautifully by Dave.
Together you and I. Together you and I. Together you and I. Together you and I.
Really, it's just fun. You just feel like a kid in a choir with a lot of great singers around you.
I haven't sung in a choir, especially a choir of this power. I mean, everybody has very good pitch. I haven't been in a choir since I was 9, I think. So, I've sung in small groups, but to stand in a group of people like that and sing, it's been a long, long time.
Oh my goodness, I would have been about maybe 12 or 13 in the church choir. That's the last time I've done it. So it's really exciting. It's a lot of us. It's great.
Actually, grade 10, Penticton High School. Penn High, we called it. I sang in the choir. It's Mr. Harris. Hi, Mr. Harris. See how far I've come now? The choir classes did pay off.
They would never let me in choirs, Made too much trouble.
What's the sound like? What does the song sound like?
Well, it's hard to say what type of song. It's not a pop or whatever. It takes on the color of whoever is singing it. There are a whole lot of fantastic voices, and they all get together and they sing this tremendous song. And when Anne Murray sings her part, it's Anne Murray and it's Gordon Lightfoot. So they don't get lost. It's really phenomenal that nobody gets lost. They don't lose their identity.
But what a huge range. The American casting was very narrow. The British casting was very narrow. But here we've got everybody from Leona Boyd to John Candy to Martha Johnson to Salome Bay to Tommy Hunter. What can a song that involves all of those kinds of individuals possibly sound like? How can it be coherent?
Well, it's beyond a song. It's the cause. That's what makes it coherent. The actual cause, saying that we're united. We're uniting to do this for this reason. So all of a sudden...
So for some of you, you're done. And for others, we need you to stay, please.
Thanks, Dave.
And it was absolutely more incredible.
At 10 to 2, I looked at my watch and we were done with the chorus. So we were an hour and 10 minutes ahead of schedule. That single incident got me through the rest of the day. Because that was my worst fear, was that somehow I couldn't get these 50 people to do what needed to be done. And in 1 hour, we had done what I thought potentially could have taken 6 hours.
What line in the song meant something to you, Paul?
Feed the world. When I heard that line, do they know it's Christmas? I said yes.
Wait.
Wrong session.
Wrong movie. Wrong session. Now, this is for the Canadian film, okay?
Isn't this the thing with Bob Geldorf? And the...
No. This is the one with Anne Murray.
Boy George here?
No.
The guys from West.
Neil Young.
Oh, I'm in the wrong. I'm in the wrong thing.
But Paul, wait a minute.
I gotta get out of here.
But Paul, we're talking about feeding the world. No, in a broader sense, we are. Geez, I don't know what to say. I'm sorry.
Sorry. That just shows you what happens to you when you go to New York.
Well, you go crazy with this.
It's terrible.
I don't know.
We're ruining this woman's documentary.
We got to do this.
Okay, what do we think about the mercury poisoning at Kirkland Lake?
Now, we will go through the artists in the order they appear in the song.
As every day goes by, let's close our eyes.
Okay, got it now.
What a way to start the song. Nailing the second line every time. First line sounds a little funny.
Yeah, I know. I'm having trouble with the as every day goes by.
See, I think it should be as every day goes by. Day
Okay,
and goes,
I'll
moving closer
anticipate.
together.
The third beat?
Yeah, triplet
Okay.
make it 7 day goes by.
Yeah,
That's
as
what it sounds
every day goes by.
like. Yeah. Here we go.
As every day goes by, how can we close our eyes?
Whoa! Okay. All right. Gordon, your history. You're great.
Hey, it took me 6 months to teach my dog how to sit. He forgot how to stand, you know.
You were standing right there, and I went,
My wife, you know, she's the worst cook in the world. The flies in my backyard chipped in, they had the screen door fixed. I don't want to say she's overweight, you know. She got more chins than the Hong Kong phone book, I gotta tell you. Has to use a bookmark to find her mouth. She gets her shoes shined, she has to take the guy's word for it, you know.
That's all, folks.
I decided I'm going to sing Burton's line with him, okay?
Sorry, I got much to my chagrin, I might add.
How's that in the phones for you?
Fine.
Good.
Are you gonna roll right up?
Here he comes. Oh, the boss is here.
Yeah, I'm going to need Foster in there to tell me how to yell.
How to end this. I mean...
Okay, Burton, now, on the word un of until, I think you should... Now, when you get to till, just trying to live up to my reputation, you know?
We'll do the un today. On Thursday, we're gonna get the pen.
Right. Okay, here we go. Just remember that this is the opening couple of lines, so it should be mellow, you know? It should be soft, I think.
Okay. Are we gonna rehearse?
Yeah, let's rehearse.
The role of a record producer is maybe a friendly battle is a good way of describing it. You do live on the edge. I mean, you got to get the performance. You got to be strong. You got to be diplomatic. You got to be a psychiatrist. You have to be a babysitter. You have to be a mother, and you have to be a father. And you screw up sometimes.
You know what? I was wrong. It doesn't work that way. We'll go again with fuller voice.
Until we open up our hearts.
Real nice.
Attitude is great. Your pitch is a little tiny bit under. Other than that, the attitude's perfect.
I was just gonna leave and give you an 8x10. God, that's awful.
Line in for 23. Okay.
We're doing, I'm ready level-wise.
Let's carve it right now. Roll the tape.
As every day goes by,
and I need to hear it whenever you
how can we close our eyes until we open up our hearts?
Even even superstars like Burton Cummings need a little bit of help from the old machine.
I think it's everybody's duty to do whatever they can to help, and it's hardly very much time out of your life, and it seems a very little contribution, really, when you think of it, a Sunday afternoon. But if we can help, it'll be great, and I think we can. I really got that feeling today that pretty soon we're going to have people over the edge where they really realize that, hey, we have to do something.
Freezing cold.
I do believe Bruce got really close to Anne Murray at one point, didn't you? You know, never again, never again will I ever say anything against Anne Murray. I mean, I remember watching her go in to say, I've never met Anne Murray. We've had our feuds over the years, and we've never actually met. And she went in and sang the line with David. And the first time she hit it right off, and I remember you looking at your studio, looking at the board, and saying, now what am I going to do with that? It's perfect.
Right.
One take. You know, I looked at Leonard Rambo, her manager, and I said, is she always like this? She says, Bruce, you know the song You Needed Me? One take.
Yeah.
And she's fabulous.
The thing is, her attitude was so great because I felt, for some reason, that I should just have her sing it a few more times. She knew she had sung it right the first time, but me not being familiar with what her capabilities were and where her best and worst laid, I wanted to hear a couple more passes on the line to see whether it could be different, not necessarily good or bad. And she knew that she'd nailed it the first time, but she just said, okay, well, here we go again. Okay, here we go a third time. Okay, here we go a fourth time. Finally, then she said, maybe you should just listen to that first one, you know. And I mean, but with the nicest attitude, it was like, I wish that recording could be like that all the time. But then I got to remember that I was on my best behavior too. You know, I wasn't.
Well, you're not exactly a tyrant.
Well,
it's tough on singers.
Yeah, I have been known to be tough on singers.
No.
But, well,
okay.
We can learn to share and show how much we care.
Almost. Yeah, almost. I think I like that lick.
Okay.
No, Anne Murray, who's such a pro and probably could have told me what EQ and what microphone to use had she been given 30 more seconds. She stepped up to the mic, she sang a real good one. I just, in nature, just in my nature, said, do a couple more, you know.
Was it? Show how much we care. We care. Okay.
Okay, we'll punch. I like that first line.
We can learn to share and show how much we care.
We did about 2 or 3 more, and she just politely said,
I don't think that's as good as the first one.
okay, we'll play them both back.
Okay.
And I thought, oh, yeah, okay, you know. And we played it back, and she was just dead right. It was the best out of the 4 of them. But hey, how was I supposed to know, you know? I just met the girl. I should have known that, but you're right. That one was great.
Is that it?
And quit being so difficult.
I've never ever had a chance to see Anne Murray sing before except on television. It was a thrill to me, and it just shocked both me and Foster, whose work was probably the best in the world. This lady went out, sang the 2 lines, nailed them on the first take perfectly. And you just sit there and you're just dumbfounded about how great she really is. I think because she's such a household word in Canada, we forget how great she is.
Very proud of my passport. I keep that, you know, even though I haven't lived here for a long time, and the metric system is completely foreign to me, you know. I can't tell the temperature, and I don't know how fast I'm going up here. So in that way, it's kind of a foreign country to me, but, you know, it's still my native land, especially Saskatchewan. You know, you get kind of sentimental for the landscape that you spent your childhood in.
But Neil used to come in all the time. Little Joni Mitchell, you know, I've known her forever and ever. When she made her first little trip in from Saskatchewan, we were talking about it today, you know, and she came up here and paid all the dues just like everybody else, you know. You know how tough it is up here. You have to work. I say that all the Canadian talent is 10 times better than any other talent in the world because they have to work 10 times as hard to get anywhere.
To share, show how much we care. Right from the moment that we start.
Let's try the same.
Because it's either one system or the other.
Yeah, Brian's reminded me. One time you did, sing it, Brian?
Right from the moment that we start.
It was real nice.
Yeah, it was really nice.
Here we go again, John.
Joni Mitchell I'd never seen sing in concert, only heard her records. And just to see as she gets used to the song, how she warms up to it and she interprets it both bodily and vocally, it was just really an exciting moment for me.
You know, start is going just a little flat. Start. And you're dropping on start. So if you could hold that up, we'll have it.
The highest note?
No, right from the moment that we start.
I think that's my style.
I'm going to get burned at the stake for that, right? Let's try again.
Okay. Right, right. Let me just do a little tune up, okay?
Okay.
Right, right from the moment that we start.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Right from the moment that we start.
That was pretty nice, Joan. Let's listen.
Yeah. One more time. Yeah. One more time. Let me hear that. Okay.
Right.
I mean, want to do once more. See if that took.
A little more echo on that.
Yeah.
When you find that new thing, it still is perseverance further. It's the change. It's the line of change, right?
Yeah, like no matter what your emotions are, you know, like along the way, you're still headed towards it, right? You know, you're still looking for the last two lines or something. You're still channeling yourself in that direction. It doesn't matter what, you know, your personal baggage is at the moment. You know, perseverance further, you're going to get there.
Well, the only thing I like about the I Ching is that it told me that cows are going to mean a lot to me in my life.
Cows? Would you ask Confucius?
No, I didn't ask them, but I always wrote songs with cows and because lots of reasons. And then one day in the I Ching, I didn't even know they had cows in China. It said cows are going to show you your way.
Seems like overnight we see the world in a different light.
I prefer world in a different light. I prefer that phrasing, but I won't hold you to it.
World in a different light.
Yeah. Let's go again. It's real close.
How did Neil look? Neil? Can he change much? He looks a bit older, that's all. He hasn't changed all that much. He still sounds the same. He's got eyes? I don't know. I've never seen mirrors. No.
I've worked with Neil. Neil used to try to come in and see us play in the Lecoq Door days. He was going through his hippie stage at Yorkville. You're too young to remember that far back. But he came in one time and they threw him out of the Lecoq Door because he was dressed kind of like a hippie. That was before long hair was in, right? We still wore our Sears and Roebuck suits on stage.
Short and sweet take. Right. Did you get that?
Got her. 13. Lucky 13. Okay.
Okay, 12. That last take video is the best one so far, okay?
Sorry, Neil, you still there?
Pitch-wise, it sounds good.
I love Neil Young.
Oh, classic line.
It's fine, and just like you did it there, I'll just sing along with it a little. It's fine, it's comfortable. I'm going for it now.
Here we go, folks.
Seems like overnight see the world in a different light. Somehow our innocence is lost. Can we look?
Start taking them up.
You want a harder one than that?
I think that's just perfect. And I love the long note trailing off like that.
Neil Young. It's like, first of all, it's like looking at a time warp, you know? I mean, it hasn't changed. And listen to that voice, that signature when he hit the tape, singing Innocence. All of a sudden, you know, all his old hits from days gone by, the late 60s, which I evolved out of, my background comes from, it all sort of came to the forefront. And you know, they say a lot of things about us, people who came out of the mid-60s and late 60s, that we've either turned into yuppies or we've turned into all these different little genres that they like to title us with. And I think a lot of us have just become like everybody else. We've got to work for a living and do something. And I think today, for me, a little bit of that rebel that was in me in the 60s and you know, going for the cause, you know, having philosophies and principles and standing by them and wanting to stretch and break the rules just because it was, you had to do it. I think that sort of came forward today with a little more satisfaction because there was actually something else at the end of the road. It wasn't just something to get involved in. There is something happening down the road. This is going somewhere.
Come on, Neil, give it to me, baby.
Somehow our innocence is lost.
A little flat on innocence, but other than that, it was great. We'll go again, huh?
One more time.
Somehow our...
That's my sound, man.
All right.
Say when.
Go for the record.
Don't look at me.
Record play.
Don't
Two
look
buttons.
at me.
Yeah.
We have speed. What's the hang up there? Roll 'em.
Here we go.
Can we learn to win? 'Cause every single day.
Yeah, one more. That was 16? Yeah.
Well, I lived in the Middle East, and I've seen some form of poverty. I mean, I've seen it, face to face, and I know that it's real. And a lot of people, we live a very sheltered life in North America because we have food, we have education, we have all these things. And there are people in other parts of the world that don't have it as good as we do. And it's just a way of realizing that and showing that we care, that's all.
We got to help any cause.
Let's try one more, okay? Let's try one more. We got a good one on tape. Let's try one more closer to the microphone, okay? You guys are awfully cute together, by the way. Thanks. It's a nice look.
Okay. To make a dream come true. Make a dream come true. Make a dream come true. Okay. It's up to me and you. Make a dream come true. I thought it was close with you.
Hey.
Make a dream come true.
You're a beauty. Hey, Brian. You're a beauty. You were great last night. Did you get my message?
Do it.
Did you get my message last night?
Yeah, I did, thank you.
You know
I wasn't going to call you at 5 in the morning.
No.
Don't ever send me any dubs.
He loved the demo.
Oh my God, I didn't think you could do it any better than what we're doing here. It's unbelievable.
This is Carol. You met each other? Yeah.
All right.
It's really
You know Murray?
great. Love it.
Hi, Ron. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, you do.
All right.
You're not doing bad for a damn no young punker, are you?
Brian, do you know Murray?
Who is this guy?
I do that by myself and you all don't do it?
Do you want to do the lead line instead or something like that?
I can, sure.
I
It's
just-
low for me, but it doesn't matter if it's easier.
You know, anything over 3 chords is progressive jazz.
I know you fired me for putting 2 chords in Bo Diddley.
Many notes.
Too many notes. So you got the melody. It's up to me and you to make the dream come true.
It's up. Oh.
It's up. I've waited 12 years to get you on the spot like this, huh?
I don't mind.
It's up to me and you. It's up.
It's up to me and you to make the dream come true.
You just rushed a little, which is the same thing they did. I'll give you your note again before you sing, and we'll get it.
I can't pat my foot and remember anything.
That's great. Remember your Segovia line when Hugh Brocky was playing acoustic guitar and he was making all these noises on the guitar? And Ronnie said, "Don't make those noises." And Hugh said, "Ronnie, even Segovia makes those noises." And you said, "And that's why he ain't on this session."
It's up to me and you to make the dream come true.
Have you seen Corey?
No, is he here? No. He's not here.
I'm looking for Corey.
I know you are.
Thrill, and it's something for me to be able to contribute. Not everyone is given the opportunity to contribute in a way like this and feel you're actually doing something. And it's great for Canada. It's great for everybody. Just Paul. There you go. Yeah, the real ones. Don't leave town with them. Which ones are better?
Yes, it's true. Your tape came to my house, and I didn't listen like a fool, and now you're a superstar, and jeez.
Producing.
Pardon me?
And you're producing.
Yeah. Yeah, here we are.
Yeah.
I just knew, I just wanted to wait till you were really hot.
It's time to take a message of love.
We're playing with that note. It's time to take our message everywhere. It's time. How's that? If I get it right.
You know what I like? I like the end part, but I don't like you starting that high. Time to take our message everywhere.
Time to take our message.
Time to take our message everywhere.
Time to take our message everywhere.
That'd be nice.
It's time to take our message everywhere. You know.
It was fun hearing them all sing.
I'm a Corey Hart fan myself. For obvious reasons.
Well, I'll tell you something. Canada's got an enormous amount of talent, and you know, it's I think one of the first times that you have everyone amassed together like that, and you can be proud of Canada for putting out artists like they do, and I think that there's a good Canadian identity, and that we should get the chip off our shoulder and be proud of being a Canadian and not worrying about the inferiority south of the border.
Play back.
I was real tired because I didn't sleep the night before at all. And the more I laid in bed on Saturday night thinking, I gotta get to sleep for the country, for the world, I gotta go to sleep. If I'm not awake tomorrow, people are gonna die. And I mean, I know that sounds dramatic, but that's what was going through my mind. And the more I tried to sleep, the more I couldn't sleep. And then all of a sudden, there I was, after a couple hours of horrible sleep, thrust in the studio for 15 hours. So I just ran on the adrenaline.